what's up, everybody? I'm here with Tracie Lanier Hall of Wicked Jeeps NC.
Good morning.
We started these videos off a couple months ago just saying, hey, what's up, everybody? Somewhere in there, I changed to what's up, everyone. I thought it sounded a little more professional. I tried to, because y'all were picking on me so bad. But we just wanted to, like, get together today and talk about all the moving pieces of everything that we've done and
Say our thank yous.
say our thank yous. And I don't know, I guess we just couldn't do it in a post. It was easier to try to do it this way in a video and try to tell it the best way we could. So that's what we're here today to do. And I know you're ready to delete my contact and get rid of me until after Christmas.
No.
We've seen and talked to each other a ton since all this started. I mean, where did it really start? Like, I'm trying to think how back was the first. I mean, I know
think it was out of Hot Rods and Hops, honestly. Well,
the toy drive, but as far as like our first runs up to the mountains, like we came together at the Costco and we started.
Yep.
We loaded up a bunch of Jeeps with your club, and we bought a bunch of stuff. We went to Statesville Airport.
Headed up to Boone.
And we met with Sarah Lee the first time, and we went to Boone. The day before that, I had went to Boone with Graham to help him find his daughter, and that was right after the storm. And then it just sort of started. And then, gosh, the next time we were been trusted with medications and going to some of the hardest hit areas to take stuff for them, and
hadn't stopped since. I think that was the very first weekend that it happened was when we went to Boone on that Sunday, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it a Sunday or Monday?
Yeah, no, we went to Boone, and then we kept going further and further. Every trip we went further up the mountain, and the farther you go north, the worse it got.
Yep.
And then we had the 2 trips where we went with Ken Noblezada, our photographer, and tried to start capturing and bringing some of that back to let people know really how bad it is. And we're still doing that. We're still trying to figure out how to share what it really looks like up there, because it's better, but it ain't.
Right.
There's still a lot of people that are out there that are still in tents and everything. And then somewhere along the way we got hooked up with Operation Hilo, and I'll never forget Matt calling and's like, hey, some people with some Jeeps, and
Gotta get some 4-wheel drives up the mountain.
y'all ready to help us and stand out? And I said, well, I got the person, and that's where I reached out to you, and we just started connecting to people. Just, hey, you want to help? You want to be a part? And and then, my gosh, somewhere along there, you got a tractor trailer load of stuff.
The question, hey, can we start putting supplies in the shop?
All right. Yeah, I think you said, well, we need a building, and I said, well, I have a building. It's not a whole lot of space, but
we could use it.
We could use this shop, and I never would have dreamed that we would have the amount of stuff come in, not just from everybody that we knew with the tractor trailer load of stuff that you had. I'm still trying to teach you what a 53-foot trailer is over a 48.
I know now. I promise.
Right. The 53-foot semi stacked too high was not going to fit in this building, but we made it happen, and it did. And I'm thankful for some people to let me put my cars and all my stuff into their building so we could use this building. And then, I don't know, Hot Rods and Hops, we did a coat drive.
Yep.
And we
tons of coats tons of supplies, generators.
It's unreal.
Electric cords, everything.
2 tractor trailer loads out of here. Not to mention the totes. And I knew the first night that we put those 4 totes together for those first totes. I knew watching you and Elena, and we got to talk about Elena. She has been a godsend.
Couldn't have done this without her.
Poor thing, she's sick, or she'd be sitting here with us right now. But she's done so much, and not just keeping us motivated and laughing and keeping us all going, but her
organized.
Oh my gosh, she'd come in here and organize everything. Everything underneath my bar is all organized because of her.
She's definitely one of a kind.
I remember sitting back that night and watching y'all fill those totes, and just the way y'all made sure that every name that was on that list, that they were getting everything they needed, from new blankets and new sheets and new pillows.
I think it hit home when we had that one that said they had a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
So that's when it became personal. That's when it for me anyway, it really hit home that there's kids out there living through this, and there's kids we need to help. So you start thinking about, what did my 13-year-old like? What would he have needed at this time? So that's when we really started getting personal with those toads.
Yeah, it did. I think that's where it really took a turn for us, because, you were looking at it through the lens of your kids, and I'm sitting here seeing a 76-year-old woman that we're taking a tote to, and, or taking a camper to, and had just lost my mom, and, I don't know, not even 2 months before the storm, something like that. So,
I remember you being at Target going, I found floral sheets, and Miss Sharon, she's the one that got those.
Yep, and Sharon has taught us a lot about everything up there, and she was there serving at our toy drive.
That's how,
she was giving out food, every plate of food.
She sure was.
She touched, and
right there.
So not only she lost everything, but she's been willing to jump in and help, with everything we're doing. So, it's just crazy to think that what we've done in the last, 3 months? I don't know, but
it definitely evolved fast.
And it's not just me. It's not just you. It's not just this building. It's hundreds and hundreds of people that we hope that with these lists that you've got and I've got, we can figure out some way of saying thank you to all these people. And I know we're going to miss somebody.
Yeah,
and
we've had a village. We've had, people that have come from other states, other cities, from all over the place to help. I can't even, we don't have enough paper to put down everybody that's
we
joined
couldn't talk
in.
long enough. I know, first and foremost, I want to thank your husband.
Yes.
Because I know he has been 100% in the dark of every day of all this stuff, because it just happens so much, and
he's been a rock. He's been by my side, supportive, and do what you got to do, and let's get it done.
Right.
So he's
And my poor wife, I don't think she's seen me in the last 3 months, and she's handled every sports pickup and every school and every all the Christmas shopping and everything. I've been.
And she stood there all day long handing out the team toys.
Yeah. And her and her family were there, and it meant a lot to me to have them there. So I think, we've got to start there.
Yes, for sure.
I know Bill's ready for some home cooked meals and some desserts and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to get back to normal and taking care of that guy, because he's really been good for us.
Yeah.
First on my list after that is Gary Pig.
Yes. Of course. Yes.
I don't think we would be where we're at today without Gary and what Gary done.
And bless his wife too, because she's been without him for 60 some days now.
And he just keeps going.
Every day.
I talked to him this morning, and he's headed back Monday to do something with campers, and I think he's at 63 trips. He said last night.
Yep.
That's a lot of trips to the mountains. That's a lot of tanks of fuel. But I know every time he's come around, he's been jumped in gear and helped us load trucks and trailers, and he just does not stop.
Donated and gone and picked up for us toy boxes and scooters.
Everything. Oh yes, that scooter that he got, the scooter that we sold 5 times at Hot Rods and Hogs, that helped us launch all this money-wise.
That was probably one of the most fun little event, or parts of the event that we got to witness, because that was just truly amazing to watch everybody keep on bidding, and then, okay, give it back. That was fun.
Go do it again. I think we sold it 5 times for over $6,000 or something. I don't remember what it was.
Something like that.
But, it has to be the most expensive scooter that was ever sold in North Carolina.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte Golf Carts.
Yeah. So, if anybody needs a golf cart or a scooter this Christmas, go see Charlotte Golf Cart.
For sure.
And Heather and Harper, their daughter, Carrie's daughter, they came up Friday, and if you see any of the pictures of what that place, the fire department, looked like, it was them just in there all day, tirelessly setting it all up.
Harper is a mini Elena. She can organize like nobody's business.
Yeah, it looked like a Toys R Us or a Walmart. The way everything was set out, and they did a really good job. Kevin Clark.
Oh gosh, he is a godsend.
Yes, he's like a little secret Santa. You tell him what you need, and he goes and finds it. I'm like, I need BB guns. He comes back with a
50
truckload, 50 BB guns. I'm like, we need some tools and stuff for the men, and he comes in with 3 pallets of stuff for the guys. It's just
And
Georgia
and if
boots.
he doesn't have it, he knows who can get it.
Yes,
He knows everybody.
I was always scared to ask him because I'm like, he's gonna come showing up with it. Like maybe I should ask for a truckload of powdered donuts or Little Debbie's or something I really need. But yeah, he would. He done such a good job, and him and Jonathan Setzer. I mean, even the day of, they were using their trucks and trailers to bring everything down, and that everybody brought on the convoy. So
He made sure our escorts were set in place. I mean, he was.
all the connections too that he did. The Josh Weaver with the bicycles that came through him.
Yep. Bikes for tags. That was amazing within itself.
I mean, what was
my
it? How many
gosh.
bikes was it?
We were able to get over we have bikes donated from some different organizations as well, but I think that we were able to get, our end total was over 200 bikes, well over 200
Yeah.
bikes.
and
So,
a huge sum of money to make sure we was able to buy all those bikes. And I don't know how many bikes did we have the day of.
So I know we spent over $10,000 on the ones from the Bikes for Tags.
Yeah, that's amazing for them. So
Yes,
yeah,
that was a
thanks
huge help.
to them, and for Kevin making that connection. Even the connection at the Shoals restaurant where we did the Santa deal. That all.
We had the pool foosball table
Yeah.
raffled off. We donated the money from that, and so
Again,
everybody.
Kevin's
Full
like,
Circle is amazing.
like my
Brian
little-
Hoover.
Brian Hoover. I
Oh my
love Brian.
gosh. Couldn't have done it without him either.
No. Brian's funny. He just talks so slow and he
gets
just is
it
sort of
done.
quiet, but then he's out here in the background and he's contacting all these people. He got boxes at all these fire departments, and that convoy we had over 2 miles of convoy
Yes. 2 miles of vehicles.
and he managed to get State Highway Patrol, Iredell
Yep.
County,
Yep.
Mooresville Police.
I
and
think
you had
I think Mooresville showed up. We had donations from Mount Holly Police. Like I said, we had Iredell State Highway Patrol. Mooresville. I'm trying to think if we had anybody else join in on that. And fire stations from here to there all the way. We had them over the overpass. That was one of the
know.
coolest things that we got to witness going down the. It was the
I
overpass.
hate I didn't
under
get
truck.
to ride in a convoy. I rode up
Were
ahead
they
of
there
everybody.
when you went by?
Yeah,
Were
they
the
were.
fire trucks there?
Most of the fire trucks were there when I went by.
So that was super cool.
And what a trip that was. I hate I missed the convoy, not getting to ride in that 2 mile long convoy because that looked like a lot of fun.
It was more like a mini NASCAR race. The highway patrol went a little fast for the Jeeps. We thought Walter's reindeer were going to take flight during the ride.
Y'all
but-
were catching us is what was funny. I'm looking at y'all on Life 360 because y'all had police escort and we didn't. I couldn't get people to get out of the way, and we had 3 vehicles with the whole parking team. You couldn't have done it without them. I mean, when everybody pulled in, thank God for those guys that rode up with me because we were hitting speeds of 100.
Right.
We had a sheriff come up and point at us like, slow down. But yeah, so Brad, Graham,
Yes.
Cody, Greg, who else? Who else am I missing? I know I'm gonna miss somebody on that list.
As far as the helping out, Steve and Melissa Gibson.
Oh my gosh,
Not
yes.
only for donating their time, but hooking us up with Lowe's Corporate.
All those totes in the beginning,
Totes,
the
we
buckets,
received buckets.
and then Christmas decorations.
Yes, the whole fire department was given by Lowe's through Melissa. So
They had
that was-
no Christmas decorations, so everything you've seen that was Christmas related up there,
Yep.
Melissa and Steve and
then amazing pictures by Steve. So that was
oh yeah,
volunteer work by.
Michelle Benfield.
Yep.
That was a fun video
Yeah,
we got to
with
go do with
Tucky,
Tucky,
yeah.
where they have 7 stores. We put boxes in, and I think that really helped us kick off, getting it out to a
Yep.
lot of people like we did, and we, can't thank them enough for
And they
doing
put
that.
up strong with their
Right.
donations, so that was awesome.
Um,
Jackie Bagwell for
Oh, I love her.
just
She's
never ending coming in here and helping totes, helping with toys.
I just
wherever
like
we
that
needed
little
her.
dog.
And her
she
dog,
brought-
yes, her
Yeah,
therapy
my little
dog.
therapy dog. Y'all would be working. I'm just over here playing with my little therapy dog that she would always bring. So
She's
yeah,
awesome.
she was amazing. I got to thank Chad Wilder, my best friend. Listens to me rant and rave and talk for hours sometimes when we're trying to do all this crazy stuff. And him and Tracy Ben Meredith, they donated some money when we were doing the coat drive that was a springboard to keep us going and get us to start doing this type of stuff. So had a lot of people donate money. I know you got a bigger list than I do. The Terry Strickland from California that and literally in the middle of the night, I'm thinking, we've been hacked. This is a scam or something. And she sends a nice message that that they used to be North Carolinians. Now they live in California and they wanted to help. And so, I know there's a ton of people that help. And
we did. We had an outpouring of donations, which we could not have put this on without them. I'm going to have to read on my list because there are so many, but the Station Foundation, Kinder's Kids, Remember Nugget, which is a story that, hit home, and it was,
just learning about that.
Yeah, learning about
they brought a
these.
whole truckload of toys, and they were explaining to me that the toys had the type of batteries they had because she lost her son to a button battery, and I never knew about that. So they brought a whole F-150 full of toys that didn't have those type of batteries.
Use those type of batteries.
And so we've learned a lot about all that kind of stuff.
Mount Carmel Church, Authentic Church.
I love Authentic Church.
Yes.
Thank you, Bobby Chandler. That little church started in my shop, or I had a little stint in my shop, and now it's the top 12 online global ministry.
That's awesome.
Right now. It's unreal what they've done, but
That's awesome.
yeah, big thanks to them.
Global Methodist Churches, Appalachian Disaster Coalition, Bradley, all the guys, Wyatt, we love you. Thank you for everything that you've done up there. Like as we've mentioned before, Lowe's Corporate, Bikes for Tykes, our food truck, A Taste of Culture. We can't thank y'all enough for.
How many plates of food
I
was
bet
it?
they put. So I know it was at least 1,000. Barbecue, baked beans, slaw. They had chicken tenders for the kids. Just an amazing service, amazing food. Their spirit is just, they're just wonderful people. So we thank them for that for sure, because they fed everybody there. We had others there doing fried Oreos, funnel cakes, and even when the funnel cake, their machine messed up, he said, y'all come use my truck, we'll do the funnel cakes in here. So
I didn't get in
Saturday
at
night,
that
they
good food.
were-
I did get some of the barbecue. The barbecue was amazing. And then I had a lady where I was walking through and helping her. I was trying to be one of the elves for a minute. She had a funnel cake. And I'm like, you're going to have to keep shopping quicker because I'm going to eat this whole funnel cake. I kept picking at her funnel cake. I was starving. It was such a good funnel cake. So thanks for that.
I had to go get some of the fried Oreos because they were amazing.
Yeah.
So Nash said, thank you for everything with that. A Taste of Culture. Food trucks. Like I said, we had the Bikes for Tykes. And then if you want to talk a little bit about Stephanie and her amazing deal she's got going on.
So Stephanie, what was really neat is I met her, I guess, the week of the toy drive, and I heard a lot about her. I've seen a lot of the videos. They're doing amazing things up there with rebuilding hollers, and she's, from my hometown, so that was pretty good walking in, and she hands me an oatmeal cookie and a sundrop, cherry lemon sundrop. But there's a cross. I still got it in my pocket.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And I hadn't even told you. So when we pulled up that day, before the convoy got there, she come over and she handed it to me, and she's like, hey, you got this, and she was videoing from the opposite side of the road and got a really good perspective of those cars pulling in. But
I saw that. That was
what
cool. Yeah.
an angel! I mean, every day I keep hearing stories about what she's doing up there and helping people rebuild and providing materials and doing all that kind of stuff. So she's a good one.
Yep.
Stephanie with rebuilding
Hollers
hollers.com.
come hell or high water.
That's right. Yeah. Everybody needs that sweatshirt. That's a good one.
Yeah, I wore mine yesterday.
Yeah.
I was going to send a picture to her, but I didn't get a chance to. But I did wear mine yesterday.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Gary, for getting that for me. Then our biggest one, that when you talk about thinking the scam on the credit card when you got a big donation, I was a little taken back at first with this one, but come to find out it was all true, and it had just been passed down by word of mouth, and it got to the Morgan Wallen Foundation, the work we were doing, and we get an email saying, hey, we want to reach out to you about what you're doing. We've heard the good things that y'all got going on up in the mountains, and we want to help. So
unreal. Yeah.
we talked on the phone, and they said, we want to make a donation to you and help out what you're doing. And that was crazy. So the Morgan Wallen Foundation, thank you so much. Morgan Wallen, thank you so much for what you do in the communities. And since then, I've looked up what they've done, and I mean, they're amazing. They're helping people everywhere. They are truly amazing. So we appreciate them, and we look forward to working with them some more in the future.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
stepped up in a big way, and
Yes.
and we're going to continue doing a good bit with them,
Yeah.
and we've got some ideas for some stuff that that they would like to see done in
for sure.
Western North Carolina with the kids, and so yeah, stay tuned for what we got coming with that, because Tracie's been in contact with them, and we want to make sure that we
represent them right, and
yeah,
we will.
we're going to do it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't think there's a better organization that we would love to partner with and help in Western North Carolina than Morgan Wallen Foundation. So
Absolutely.
that's a good one.
We can't go any further without thanking our Grand Marshal, Sarah Lee.
Oh, she's so
cutest thing in
cute.
the world. I love her. She's amazing. She is a one of a kind. Her personality, her spirit, her dressing up like Cindy Lou for the ride was amazing. Her husband Rob dressed up like the Grinch, and she brought both of her precious little kids. They were awesome. Stayed the whole day. Her video footage was amazing. Her lives, we can't
Yeah.
thank her enough.
I hate we didn't get her on a microphone up there and do some talking and love on all those people, because she's so great at what she does. It just didn't.
I think she talked to everyone
Oh,
there.
she
though.
did. She made her
got
rounds with that
so
little
many
dog.
pictures.
She's so
Yeah,
cute.
She got so many pictures.
But so many people asked me after the event, like, now who was she? What was she? Like, what was her? Because she's just making her rounds. And
Right.
I hate we didn't have her and our pastor be able to speak and sort of kick off the thing. But nobody knew what we missed except for us.
Right. So they kicked it off here for us.
Right.
Everybody knew here. She got us on our way, and oh my gosh, just brought up the pastor. He was amazing,
Yeah.
Shannon.
Yes.
I mean, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that was just a happen.
He came by here to buy a Jeep part,
Yeah.
and became our spokesperson and our
Said our prayer,
prayer. I
yeah.
mean, just and gosh, he's got a radio voice. I love hearing him talk. He's very gifted at what he does, and I'll never forget him coming up here that day. And we had, I don't know how many people in his shop. There was people everywhere. We had trucks coming in and out, and I just told him a little bit of my story, and I was like, just pray for me on this. And he's like, throws down this 10-minute prayer, putting hands on me, and is like, push all the coins to the table, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I needed that so much, because I know me and you both, we were just drained at that point. We were just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We needed that push, and he come in at the last minute, and
He definitely did. And not only came back and did the prayer for our ride, but got his church involved, and they donated that was awesome what they did.
yeah, and drove a
All
long
the
way to
gift
do it.
cards
I mean,
that we were able to hand out to them, that was all from them. So
Yeah.
they were great.
yeah. The churches that have stepped up and helped through all this has just been unreal. I mean, there's tons of businesses. I don't think we can name all the. We can't.
Oh,
we
gosh.
couldn't. You got to go on the website to look
Yeah.
at all the spots that where all the
For
drop boxes were.
170.
That's unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were all over. I mean, all over. And not only did they put the boxes in there, got the donations, most of them brought them back to us so we wouldn't have to go pick them up. So, and then Honey, we had to thank Honey
Oh my
because she
gosh.
worked her butt off going to pick them all up for
I'm
us.
still carrying around her sweatshirt that I told her I'd give her 3 weeks ago. But
She
yes,
was awesome.
she is unreal. And Anthony with the autism trailer. And
Yes.
Like, I
Yes.
mean, just a little
He stepped
dark
up
horse
huge.
back in that came in and made tons and tons of loads up and
I
helped
have a
us.
sticker for him, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to, don't even forget it.
Yeah, so I wanna figure out how to help tell his story a little bit more and talk about their kid and everything they've got with their autism foundation they're doing, had to tell him to walk because our lights are on sensors.
Oh.
So if you don't, it'll start dimming. We'll start looking like we're going to bed. I see them dimming down.
And then we couldn't have had this day without our Santa. How great was our
Oh
Santa?
my God, Santa!
How great was our Santa?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of Santas, working Santas that help do all this kind of stuff, but
And I
We
think
had
our
the
Santa
best.
was more excited about this event than the kids would have been
my
every
God.
day. We got this, we got this. I
the
mean,
the
he's
group
great.
text between
So,
me, you, and Santa was like it was almost like with a kid.
I know, he was awesome. So
was
Benny
like-
Mabry, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So much for
400
being
and some gifts all the way from as far away as Texas, and
Yeah.
he was just like a little kid texting us. Look what I got. Look at this. This is gonna be this, and He moved an event to make sure he could.
He sure did.
And he landed by helicopter.
And he got offered more, or got actually to get paid for an event on the same day, and he was like, "No, this is what I'm doing." But how cool was it that he got flown in a bright, shiny red helicopter?
I don't know. We got to thank Operation Hilo for making that happen.
Operation Hilo, thank you
for bringing Santa in a big
Santa.
way. I mean, we had 3 helicopters. We had 4, I think, airplanes with Marcy Walsh that brought gifts all the way into the airport right above the fire department.
Massive amount of gifts.
The fire department. You got to thank the fire department. Oh my gosh. Let's make sure I get the name. Brandy. She's so sweet. I love Brandy. Love hearing her talk and give directions because she just says right, so cute. And her dad, Randy.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
Ricky and Ray that are the Eli. Oh, I love
Oh,
Eli. He was so stressed out. He put himself made himself dehydrated.
That's his job. He has to be the one to say what could happen and what if it happened, and we got to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
And all the fears that we had of calls. I mean, that was a working fire department, so we knew anything could have happened.
And these guys stayed there countless hours with us. Think about how many times they had to open the fire department for us, help us get stuff in, and
rearrange that whole fire department
stay there while
and
we
then
were
clean
there.
it up afterwards. So,
which you did a great job of getting it clear and getting it clean afterwards.
It's a lot of work, but we couldn't have done it without them. And like I said, Randy and all his connections. I mean, he got us a 48-foot trailer and a 20-foot Connex, and the guy to the left of the fire department, what was his name, Harley Fox or whatever, that allowed us to use that parking lot.
And then the field on the other side.
Oh my gosh, the farmer that moved his cows so we could use the field.
Without that, we would not have had the parking that we did, and we definitely needed it. We had it filled.
Yes.
So, and the cars going down the side of the road when we pulled up, I think that was everybody's favorite. Other than the fire trucks being on the overpasses when we were going through, the cars lined up for miles, or at least I would say a mile long of cars when we pulled up, of the families waiting to see.
Just waving at everybody.
The cars and the Jeeps and the trucks go by, and trailer after trailer full of toys.
So
that was amazing.
I ran into a lady, I guess this would have been day 2 after the thing, and we're dropping off some stuff at we were able to drop stuff off at another toy drive. DSS, your lady, she that story is amazing. Literally at the end of this week, she's taking stuff. She goes and gets notes made from people in prison, guys in prison that have kids at home. She got Christmas cards made by them, and then went and pulled from the gifts that we had left over and delivered to those kids. Yep. And so, I mean, it's just, we're still been able to carry on. But I was at one of the toy drive drop-offs, and a lady seen the truck with the logo on it, and what she said, it was hard for me to listen to and then not get back to the car without just holding in the emotions. But she says, thank you so much for what y'all did and coming up here and putting on this event. And I said, oh, you're welcome. We enjoy doing it. And I asked her, I said, so were you a volunteer? Because we had a lot of local volunteers that we didn't know until the week of. And I said, was you a volunteer or were you a recipient of gifts? And she said, no, I was there to get gifts for my kids. I said, oh, that's awesome. And I asked her like what number she was, because that allows us to know sort of, people in the front of the line got some really good stuff. There was drones, there was some cool stuff. So I was just curious, and I said, well, did you have a good day and did you enjoy it? Did you get some good toys for your kid? And she says, oh yes, it was amazing. She says, what I liked about what y'all put on was that every other thing that they had went to since the storm made them feel like they were either needing something or needed a handout or standing in line because they needed food or clothing or whatever. And she says how this was done was an event style that you couldn't tell the people that needed the most and had the most. And I think that was not planned. We didn't sit down with volunteers and say, hey, be this way or do that. It was just
how they were.
There was hundreds of good people that were up there just pouring their heart out and just being their self, and it was a magical day. I mean,
it was. Our volunteers We had so many volunteers from from there, Crystal, Ariel. I mean, those ladies,
Yeah.
they rocked in there. I mean, from the time we were setting
set up
up,
to tear
yeah, I
down.
was about to say, from setting up the whole way through to the end of the night cleaning up. So, I mean, they were just wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean,
We couldn't have done it
yeah,
without
I mean,
the local people that helped in that area.
I mean, the trackless train that came in, I think that was the kids' favorite. They loved the bouncy houses, but there was a line around the building for the train.
Yeah.
So they loved the train.
I hate I didn't get to ride the train. We should have rode the train around. Yeah.
We should have put Santa the Grinch.
Oh yeah,
and rode the
Let
train
Sarah
around.
Lee drive it. Yeah. We should have rode the train, but we didn't. Gosh, I feel like I know we're going to miss something. I don't.
I mean, oh gosh.
I mean, we got it.
I keep going back to the volunteers because the volunteers were just instrumental. They were on the back of the building. So many people offloading those trailers coming in. The toys were going up to the ground, and they were just immediately putting them where they needed to go.
Yeah.
Our shopper volunteers that were walking through with the families, making sure they knew which section was, for infants or toddlers or boys or
They
girls.
were so laid out, so pretty. I
Yeah.
mean, just thinking.
Sonia in there with the teens, Ariel with the teen girl. I mean, it was just our wrapping paper. And then in the craft section, we had a whole tent full of crafts with gingerbread houses, with canvas coloring, the hot chocolate bar, and our registration ladies. Oh my God! I mean, it just was seamless, pretty much. We had.
You know who we haven't thought about?
The sheriffs there, the
sheriffs
local
up-
sheriff.
oh my
God,
gosh.
they stood there for hours
Yeah.
directing traffic and.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was some good people up there. The group of sheriffs, they were managing a lot of traffic. They called in extra highway patrol. Not only did we have highway patrol escort us from here
Yep.
all the way up there, but we had extra highway patrol up there managing because
And
we
their
shut down a
their-
whole lane of 19.
We sure did.
I
Their
mean-
sheriff was amazing. Then we had, they watched it the night before, and the
Oh
day
yeah,
of.
guarded everything,
Yep.
and we're on site so we could put everything out and set the stage on Friday night. But we didn't really talk about how when it started, when we come up with this crazy idea, and me and you were on the phone, and I'm like, let's see if we can buy this domain name. We buy toys for WNC.
Right.
We're on the phone. We're just talking. Could we do this? This is what it's going to be. And in 24 hours, we had Swell Inc.
Yep.
creating
Come
a
up with
logo.
a logo.
I think
Yep.
Michelle, that is their logo designer, she's been behind the scenes
Mike,
making.
Michelle, all of them. I mean, they were awesome,
yeah.
and they were on the ball. They got it done.
And I mean, just Mike and Maggie and all that just got us a logo, and we had 3 or 4 different logo changes. Then we added Operation Hilo sign.
yeah.
Then we added Santa Claus
The
come in by
helicopter,
helicopter.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
can't just have a helicopter. Got to have Santa jumping out of the
Yeah.
helicopter. It changed a little bit, and then we made it from a circle to a Christmas ball.
Yep.
So I know I drove them crazy with all the 4 or 5
They were
changes to this
evolving,
logo.
yes. But it came out perfect, and everybody loved it.
And then Victory Press that
Yeah.
got us kicked off with
Stickers, yeah.
stickers, and
those stickers are still riding around.
They're everywhere.
Every intersection I go to, I'm like, oh, there's our sticker. So
what is
they're
the
riding
name of
around.
the other vinyl shop that helped us do it?
T-Max. Let's see.
How do you say that? T-Max Graphics or Trimax?
Trimax.
Graphics.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
They donated, I don't know, 100 and some
Our
stickers.
stickers for the
Victory
boxes, yeah.
Press in Mooresville donated a ton of stickers. I mean, we started this off by jumping out of a box,
Yep.
and we were going to wrap Christmas boxes, and we were going to put them everywhere. I don't know what we were thinking that night.
I don't think we could have ever wrapped that many boxes.
We found out in the first 3 boxes we couldn't wrap them. They wouldn't fit in a car. Then we started buying boxes, and we learned so much. We learned why Toys for Tots is as big as they are, and what they do, and how hard it is, and the type of boxes. But
Oh my gosh, that just made me think too. Primal 4x4.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
cow!
a whole
I mean,
truckload of
yes,
toys.
a whole truckload.
Yeah, people
That
are
was
still been blessed by the stuff that they brought.
Yeah, so I couldn't let that one slip through. That was amazing.
That one pallet of books that about killed us when it come out of the trailer was so heavy. A pallet of books, kids' books.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to see
but-
if there was anybody else on there that I didn't want to miss out on.
I know you were reading your whole list down, and then I stopped you.
I think I'm pretty sure that.
Let me make sure I didn't, because I stopped you and started talking about people.
No, I was pretty sure we got them. One person, though, that I want to thank that I leaned on a lot and has helped so much with putting ideas in my head or telling me, hey, I think this may work or it may not work, and let me help you with this. Natasha. I can't go without thanking Natasha. She was a godsend. Her and Jose they both worked the day of.
What an amazing couple.
Yes.
And most people don't know that story. I mean, they started as volunteers at a call center that Operation Hilo had set up, and now they're, I don't think I'm wrong in saying they're running the whole thing.
I mean, they run the show.
There's no other way of saying it. I mean, we got to love on Matt and Eric with Operation Hilo and their whole team they put together.
Yeah.
But
Natasha never went without answering a call, a text, no matter if it was first thing in the morning or last thing at night. She was always right there, and I couldn't have gotten what I did without her. So
she's definitely an angel, and what she has done through this whole storm. There's, I don't know, where are they at now? 180 campers.
I believe so.
Something like 180, and they're taking more next week. And she's supposed to be going on vacation, but they've got this huge list of names of people that are losing their
vouchers.
Their vouchers, they call it, and so they've been in a hotel, and now they're out because the vouchers are running out, so they can't afford to pay for the hotels. And she's like, I can't go on vacation. I can't go on this Christmas vacation I go every year. I got to keep working. And
hopefully she gets a little bit of one in, because they definitely deserve it.
Yeah. So. It's been neat. Been a part of taking those campers. I know you've taken a lot more, but what they've done from the very beginning of all the helicopter missions and boots on the ground and all that kind of stuff of the rescue side of it, and then making sure all those people had a roof over their head. I mean,
it's still going strong. They have not slowed down, not even a second.
Yeah. So they're. I mean, it's I'm glad that we were able to be a small part of what Operation Hilo was doing.
Absolutely.
And able to partner with them, and I hope they enjoyed the partnership with us on this toy drive. And I know we got some big plans headed into the new year, and we're not stopping. I think our next mission is telling people stories up there. I think if I'm good at anything, it's loving on people and trying to tell people stories. There's a lot of people that don't have a voice. There's a lot of single moms, a lot of widows, a lot of people that only had an acre of land on the river, and now they have no land.
Right.
That need people to speak up for them and to help them navigate how to not just find a place to put the camper that's given to them, but how to rebuild. And then what's that rebuilding process looks like. So, it's going to be building materials. It's going to be, it's a long road for everybody in Western North Carolina. The people just ain't showing on TV how bad it really is. And I think you need to tune in to North Cove Visual.
Yes.
They were our drone people.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah, flying that drone through there and showing what that toy drive looked like. But go and look up some of their videos of before the storm and after the storm, and what it looks like current today. They do a really good job, and I love looking at it through the lens that they show it.
Right. And one other person who does not get enough recognition, but has been here since the very minute we started and has been with us the whole way, doing everything that we needed while we were here, while we weren't here. Your right-hand man, Jaden.
He's a good kid.
Oh, my gosh, we love Jaden.
Yes. He was here last night making sure this place was clean so we could be in here doing what we're doing right now. And he even come to me, a month or so ago, and he's like, listen, we're not making any money, and everything that I'm doing, I don't want to be paid. And I mean, what a good kid.
He has just been instrumental in when we're up in the mountains. He's been here accepting the toys or organizing the toys, or actually maybe working a little bit on cars when y'all had him in here.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, he is just the best heart, the best spirit. We love Jaden to death.
I wish if I could find 20 of him, I'd be a heck of a business. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people that, and I know when we sit back and look at this, we're gonna be like, oh crap, we missed that. I missed this. I mean, I can't get through it without thanking you, because I know I have put a crap ton on your plate. I mean, we didn't have a website, and literally in 30 days we built a website. We changed social media pages. I mean, our social media page right now is like 270,000 views. Like, the amount of comments and messages to keep it all going. I mean, just if anybody sent an email or did anything, it was all you. I mean, the organization, she's got one book in front of her right now, but
Julie has like 3.
Yes, it's usually a stack. It looks like Sears Roebuck catalogs. I'm like, what is all the notes? But I have really enjoyed.
Thank you.
I know it's been a lot, and I know I'm a lot to put up with at times.
No, it's been fun, all of us.
But I don't think people give you enough credit for your not only organizing a crap ton of Jeeps to go up and pull campers and do what you do, but all the behind the scenes and all the work and everything that goes into everything. So I have to be able to say thank you.
Thank you. Same for you. This whole thing wouldn't have been possible without you, without your shop, without you saying, yes, let's do this. I'm going to put my business to the side. And I mean, for 3 months, 3 months, I mean, you literally put your business to the side and said, let's do what we need to do with the shop, whether it's loading it with supplies or loading it with toys. I mean, we have had this shop loaded, every single wall covered to where we couldn't hardly reach the air conditioner unit.
Oh, I know.
Because there
Climbing
was stuff
across
in
to
the
turn
way.
the AC on, yeah.
And like, we're sliding by pallets trying to get through the aisles. But so, I mean, like, this wouldn't have been possible without you.
I appreciate it. And
your social media in front of the camera, I mean, you're wonderful at doing what you do. And your calling is definitely helping people and being in front of the camera, getting the word out. You're amazing at that. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. And so I got one other thing.
Yep.
Look, I know your heart, and I know I've heard your story. I've watched you.
Are you kissing my baby?
So we've definitely cried up here. We've had a ton of laughs, and I say it all the time. If you're not laughing, you're crying. And I think we all have different goals and different wants and everything that we wanted to do.
I can already tell the crime's coming out.
I mean, my gosh, with all the women up here, I've been sending human resources more than one time up here. Thank God it's my own building, but we've also, and this is the first big project me and you ever worked on together. And I mean, we've done some Jeep events and stuff, and I know you've done tons of nonprofit stuff and helped a lot of people, the same as I have. I mean, we've been doing this stuff since 2016. Myself with Hot Rods and Hops and bringing people together and helping organizations, and I love what we've been doing. Mm-hmm. We're both definitely in our wheelhouse of what God has gifted us with, and I had it doesn't have to be shown on camera, but I had that made, and there will be a continuation conversation.
Can I show it on camera?
You can show it on camera.
Well, those of you that know me know what this would be about. And those of you that don't, just wait and you'll see.
Yes.
But thank you.
I know your heart, and sometimes things just start with something as simple as a logo.
Yep.
And a conversation. And what we done in the last 30 days was nothing more than that. It was just an idea and a logo, and we threw it against the wall, and we reached everybody that we could in very unique ways, and we started loving on people, and we're where we are right now, and we're not stopping.
I think our whole team is about to make
a lot of good things happen.
Yes.
We're very fortunate.
There's a lot of things behind the scenes that we're doing, and I asked everybody to keep following Toys for WNC. It can't always stay a Christmas ball on a toy page.
Right.
If I never see another toy, it would not bother me. I think if there's another disaster, we would come in and we'll help just like we've done. The toy drive thing is a lot of work. I'm not trying to be the Grinch, but
and I'm one of those that still hasn't bought any Christmas yet for our family, not anything. So
but
we're still gonna go do that.
But please stay tuned to that page. It will be changing. We've got some ideas and some stuff to carry it into the new year. And we're not stopping, and I couldn't do it without you and your lovely family. And
and yours as well. And like I said, the village that we have around us, that's the most important. I mean, we definitely have a village.
We do
have an awesome team.
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's coming in right now. Dustin is behind the scenes. He's been back here making sure the lights stay on. All he's done since he started a company called Spider Productions. You're going to see more of what he's doing. He's offered to volunteer his time to come in, make this video, and edit it, and so we can get it out to everybody by Christmas. But again, the village just keeps coming, and I love everybody.
Yep.
I don't think there's any other way of saying it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you.
Thank you.
So, thank you, everybody.
Yes, we could not do it without each and every one of you. Merry Christmas. We'll
Merry
see you in the new
Christmas.
year.
See ya.